Hey everyone. I am happy to see. I'm just going to wait a minute and see where everybody comes in. So tonight we're going to budget. Now I used to do this years ago, years and years ago. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait a few minutes to have people come in. So if you can comment here where you're tuning in from and what your name is. Well, I guess I'll know your name already, but just type in where you're tuning in from today. And if this is your first time doing a budget with me. So I used to do this live budget years ago. Let me change this. And everybody absolutely loved it. And so I was trying to think of some new ideas. I took a couple years off of working full time, and I'm now back into the swing of things. So I thought I was talking with a friend and talking about ways to get back engaged with everybody, and this was brought up, and I thought, you know what, that's a great idea, because a lot of people love to watch me how to budget and how I teach people how to budget and doing it live. So like I said, comment below where you're tuning in from. Hey Debbie. And we will get started. So like I said, tonight we're going to be doing a budget live. So go grab a piece of paper, a pencil, I don't know, whatever you have that you want to learn how to budget with. I'm using my personal finance planner. And you can get this at thepersonalfinanceplanner.com. So I'm going to be using this tonight as I go through my budget and show you some of the pages and how I use it. So I figure we'll be about a half an hour max. You can ask questions at the end, and we'll go from there. All right, so we have people from Houston, Iowa, Cortland, New York. Yay, Cortland, you're not too far from me because I live in Oswego. My sister lives in Ithaca. So I'm going to definitely, we got somebody from Albany, Kathleen. I grew up in Saratoga Springs, so you're right near there. So tonight I'm going to be really honest with you. I've been struggling with budgeting probably the past 6 months because of some life changes and impulse changes of myself. And so I just want to be really honest with you about that I'm going to be a little like bearing my soul to you tonight when it comes to my money and what I plan on doing. So, all right, we have people from Maryland, Oswego, Ohio, Wisconsin, Atlanta, from all over the place. Cool. Okay, so what we're going to start with tonight is if you're new to budgeting, this is what I want you to do after we get off this call, okay, is go back and see where you've been spending your money. So I did that. I printed out my bank statements and I went back over the past month of my spending. And you know what really sucks is you get to look at where your money has gone, because it's really, really difficult when you start looking at that. It's like, holy crap. Ugh, I've been eating out too much. Way too much. So I went back over the past month of my spending. I figured out where I was overspending, where I was spending the most amount of my money. I also went back and found all of my bills that I have and when the due dates are, so that I know how much money to pay myself this month. Now, a lot of people, like I'm self-employed, you know, running my website, LaurenGreutman.com, is my full-time job. And so yeah, I support my kids on the income that I make there. So what I typically do is I find out how much money I need for the month, and then I pay myself X amount of money, and then, the rest stays in my business unless I need to like put it in savings or towards retirement or something like that. I got hit with like a super ridiculously huge tax bill this year because I didn't do quarterly payments for my business. So I'm kind of like, I don't want to say I'm not struggling financially, but my budget has to be a little bit leaner this month than in other months because of that. So I'm just going to get started. This month, there's two things. We have 2 birthdays in the family. We have Easter. So all of those things I have to keep in mind when I'm doing my budget. So I'm just going to go through on this page right here, this is the bill schedule page in the personal finance planner. How I do this every time is I write down my bills and I write down the amount and then I write down the due date. I haven't done that yet. And then I write down when it's scheduled to be paid. So I'm going to go through and show you. Then we have this budget page planner, and you can do this in any kind of planner that you like, but this one prints out the whole kind of budget. And then there's some goal pages, and then there's the monthly planning page. So that's what I'm going to be filling out tonight. Now, also I have some financial goals this month. My financial goals are to stay on budget, make dinner every night, and stop eating out. Last month, I'm just going to give you a little perspective on what I've been doing in the past. In the past, couple, year or 2 or 3, I have been budgeting $800 a month for groceries and $200 for eating out. Last month, I spent $687 on groceries, so I was a little bit low in the grocery department, but I spent over $600 eating out. Now, this is also my fiance, Tommy. He spent like another $600. So that's like $1,200 in eating out, which is ridiculous. And I'll tell you that my struggle is this. I don't do my meal plans anymore. The meal plans that I have up on the site, so go to LaurenGreutman.com, you can find those meal plans. Every time I do one of those meal plans, I don't eat out very much. And so I need to get back in the kitchen, and that's on my plan. My goal this month is to do one of my meal plans so that I have freezer meals set aside so that I don't have to make things. So that's a goal this month, is to do some freezer cooking, and I'm going to be doing that next week. And so, I just want to make sure that I stick with that budget. And part of this live that I wanted to do is also accountability for me. Like, I need to stop eating out so much. I need to keep cooking a little bit, keep stuff in the freezer. And I need to start saying no to myself. I also had almost $1,000 in miscellaneous purchases. And so that was like Walmart runs, dog food, getting my nails done, the dog getting groomed. So Rhiannon says your fiance Tommy eats a lot. Yeah, he does. Not that much though. That's his sister Rhiannon. Your sister Tommy is harassing you on my Facebook Live. Yeah. Just kidding, Rhiannon. So here we go. This is what I'm going to go through. So what I've done is I've gone through and I have put all of my items that are in my budget that are bills on my bill schedule sheet. So I have my mortgage. I have a security system for my house. I have my cell phone bill. I have my internet bill. I have my electricity. I have Netflix and Hulu, a Compassion International child that I sponsor. I have my car payment. I took out a small line of credit for a new couch. For the first time in my life, I've bought a new couch that is very nice. And so instead of paying up front, I got the credit card and have 0% financing. So I have a payment for that. I have my insurance company. I have the money towards the kids' activities, dance. I have my gym membership in my garbage bill. And then I also have a cleaning lady that comes in once a month, which is my sanity saver. So don't judge, because you know what? I love it. So those are my bills, my actual bills for the month. So once I'm done doing the bill schedule, so if you write out your bills for this month, that's what I want you to do, is just write out what's due in general. Write out what's due in general. Figure out when it is due. If you have payments, if you get paid, let's say bi-weekly, and some of your payment, like the front half of your month is really heavy with bills, try and get those changed around a little bit so you can push them back maybe to the later part of the month, so that you can do that. Oh, and I got a question. This is the Personal Finance Planner. ThePersonalFinancePlanner.com. It's on sale for you right now for $35 just for tonight. So make sure if you want one of these planners, they're normally $55, and tonight they're $35, and then you can budget along with me every month, because I'm gonna be doing this every month. So now that I've put all of my bills in the bill schedule page, I'm now going through the budget planner, and I'm gonna start putting in the budget planner section takes your bills, but also you can start adding in things like gas, groceries, restaurants, any like extra things. So like birthday parties for this month, birthday gifts are going in this page. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I know exactly what my money is doing this month. So that means we have 2 birthdays in the family. We have 2 birthday parties. We have Easter, so I've got to like budget extra for Easter basket stuff. And I love Easter. And so on my budget page, this is where I'm figuring out what my month is actually going to look like. So groceries next month, I'm actually going to stick with the $800 grocery bill, and I'm going to give myself $200 for eating out, which is very low for us. We've been spending about $1,000 a month, and now it's going down. What is the website to get the planner? ThePersonalFinancePlanner.com. I'll put it in the comment section. And it is on sale for $35 today. Okay. All right, we have one comment here. Our issue is too much credit card debt. It's so hard to get out from under. We try and then something happens and we have to either charge it or use the money we were going to add extra money. So frustrating. Yes. Yes, I can relate to that. Rhiannon says, love this planner. With my husband being laid off, we're able to survive and thrive on $1,800 a month for a family of 5. That's awesome. Good job, Rhiannon. Yeah, so when you're in debt and you have these like massive credit card bills, it's hard to... The main 2 things that you can focus on are food and extras. Excuse me. I've been in $40,000 worth of debt, and if you go to the recovering spender, I'm sorry. Hold on. Hey, Hannah. Hannah. It's okay. My kids are here. So I got distracted by her talking. Sorry. So when you can focus on, when you're in debt and you have to really focus on getting out of debt, focus on food and extracurricular miscellaneous stuff. I couponed for so long, and yeah, I just think it's something that I hugely had to do. Okay, so a lot of people are talking about this bundle course that I shared in an email. The planner is not a part of the course that is included in the bundle sale. The bundle sale, I'm going to put the link down below. So what the bundle sale is I have an online course, and the course is called the Financial Renovation. And so with the Financial Renovation, you get all of my courses. If you buy the course itself for $99, it comes with the planner. But I gave this course to this bundle sale for free. I just gave it to them. And then they sell this bundle with my course in it for $37. So I'm going to put the link down in this copy in the comments right now, so you can check that out. It only is good till tomorrow at midnight, this course, or the sale. But the bundle sale does not include the planner. Okay. I just put the link in there. A lot of people, it says, Tracy says, something I learned a few years ago is to make credit card payments weekly. The interest rate is added daily, so if you pay at least once a week, you pay less interest and pay the mortgage down. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways There's a lot of different ways to pay down credit card debt. I used to do, there's a thing called Credible.com, and you can refinance your credit cards to a 0% or a 0% card and then use that to pay it off. But we can talk about that in another Facebook Live, credit card debt, but because that's like a whole thing all in itself. I do have, for the first time in like a lot of years, I do have 2 small credit cards, and I'll tell you this. I have a TJ Maxx card. I usually put the kids' clothes on there and then pay it off right away, but my fridge died and I didn't have it in the budget, so I put the fridge on my TJ Maxx card, so I still have to pay that off this month. And then I talked about the Raymore and Flanagan credit card that has 0% interest, so that will get paid off in the next 3 months. So I've got a plan for that. So let's get back to the budget. I had my rent, my mortgage. What are the things that are non-negotiable for me? I've got $100 in birthday this month, $70 to get my dog groomed. What?
Non-negotiable.
$100 in gas. Hopefully we won't do any big trips and pay any, extracurricular kind of stuff. I'm trying to think. My girls have their recital June 1st, so I have to think about that. So I'm always thinking ahead of like what the goal is, right? Okay, so now that I have all of my budget, and I kind of did a lot of this beforehand so that it wasn't super, important about this, about doing everything right in front of you, because then we'd be here for hours. Now I'm going to my monthly page, and I'm going to start plugging in all of my payments and when they're due. I kind of like having it all on here. Now, see that right there? That's my budget night sticker. This planner comes with stickers in the back. So, payday stickers and budget night stickers. I usually only pay myself once a month, but this month I'm actually going to be paying myself weekly to see if that helps me stay on budget a little bit better, so that I'm not just frivolously spending, because I think that's a lot of people's problem is they just swipe their debit card and hope it goes through, and that's not fun, especially if you pay yourself once and then you get to the end of the month and you realize that you have not much money left. So I'm gonna go through and write this all out so that I know exactly what I'm gonna pay myself and when. And then also, another thing that I'm going back to doing is cash. So cash envelopes really help me as somebody who likes to spend money still, but knows that I should not be. The biggest part of spending money for me is miscellaneous spending, restaurants, and groceries. So the planner comes with these envelopes and the sticker. Actually, there's stickers that come with it too. You can see that's upside down, but the stickers come to put in the envelope. So I'm gonna take out my money every month, every week, for groceries and for restaurants and for miscellaneous spending. I'm gonna take it out in cash every week. Okay, so Derek asks, how much do you determine how much you pay yourself for your business? I pay myself exactly what I need from the business. And then I usually put money into retirement from my business account. And it says, why would anyone need to have cash on hand? Well, I'm a parent of 4 with 2 soon-to-be stepkids who like to do stuff. And they need... Stop watching me. I don't like when people watch me when I'm on here. So they like cash, when they're going out to movies with friends or whatever. But I use cash for areas where I overspend, which lately has been everywhere. So places that I personally need to use cash for is miscellaneous money, is groceries, and is for eating out. For me, if I have $200 in my hand and I go to the grocery store and my bill rings up at $220, I have to figure out what I've just purchased that I don't need because I only have $200. When I'm using a debit card, I'll go over that every time. I'll go over the budget every time, and then I lose where I am. So this way, if I use cash for the things that are very like all over the place, then I do that. I do use cash for it. Okay, somebody says, how do you figure out your miscellaneous and your food? Well, to figure out your miscellaneous, what I always recommend to people is to go back over the previous 3 months of your spending and take an average of what you have been spending in miscellaneous, and then take it out in cash if you can afford it and put it in an envelope. And then you're going to see how much money you actually spend when you have the cash in hand. So for me, I spent last month miscellaneous like $914.47, which is way too much money for me. But I got a little debit card happy. So I'm going to bring that down to $600, and that includes, big Walmart purchases like hamster food and dog food and little, stops here and there. So hopefully by putting it in cash every week, I can really keep track of that. Tammy asked, how do you budget for clothes? Well, quite honestly, I don't really shop for clothes very much. I'm not a big clothes person, so I just don't. Now, my kids are coming up on in spring here in New York, so I'm going to have to put aside a few $100s to buy them clothes. I do a lot of thrift store shopping. I also, because this is like a little trick that I have, if I'm going to put something on, like, for example, my refrigerator when it broke, instead of paying cash for it, I put it on my TJ Maxx card so I could get points to get free gift cards. So now I have $40 in free TJ Maxx gift cards that I'm going to use to put towards buying clothes for my kids. I do a lot of things. I do a lot of things, to help save money on clothing, and Facebook buy sell pages, garage sales, thrift stores, those kind of things. I try as best I can. But for myself, like, I honestly really don't buy clothes very often. Maybe like once every 6 months I'll pick up some stuff. That's just one of those things that I choose not to spend money on. I know a lot of people love going shopping. I used to. I mean, that's how I got $40,000 with the credit card debt, but now I don't. So, okay, so let me get back to finishing up this part. Now, after I'm done my monthly page, I go on to my weekly pages. And this planner has a weekly calendar where I write down all my weekly stuff, my meal plan for the week, and then it has a shopping list page. So this is how I do my meal plan every week. And so, so this is what I'm planning on doing tonight, is to go through and write out our weekly schedule and what meals we're going to be doing, what nights we're going to eat out, what our budget's going to be for that night to eat out, and that. So this planner comes with a few different pages, actually five weeks, and then also a note section in the back, which is where I usually keep track of my spending for the previous month. So, so yes, that is the plan. And I'll tell you this much, like Derek just mentioned about picking up groceries because you can't overspend because you buy online. I highly recommend that. I use Instacart a couple times a month usually, and it really helps me not overspend because, impulse buying and all that kind of stuff accounts for a huge part of overspending at the grocery store, especially if you go hungry, which is a big no-no. So I use Instacart probably once or twice a month to do that. But like I said, the big thing for me that I'm focusing on this month, my goal, so you all keep me accountable, my goal for this month is to cook dinner and lunches. Lunches actually is a big thing for me. I'm not a huge lunch person. So I'm not a huge making lunch person. Like I'll eat leftovers and I'll eat like wraps and stuff like that, but I'm not like a big sandwich person or salad person. So I find it a little hard, like Me and my fiance Tommy have been eating out like tacos at lunch a lot, and that's like $20 a time. So we're sitting down tonight after we get all the kids to bed to kind of sit down and talk about what that looks like for us in the next this month. So there's those bills that are set in stone. Then there's the bills that are wiggly, which is like clothing and food and groceries. And that's where you are going to get tripped up the most, I can guarantee. So I highly recommend post any questions that you have in here. Our half an hour is almost up. But I will tell you that after all of this, I should be in good shape to stay within budget this month. I should be, if I stick to the plan. The problem is that I haven't been sticking to the plan lately. And so I know that the success comes from doing the hard things. And again, I talked about this Ultimate Bundle Master Your Money sale that I did a webinar on with them last week. And in that webinar, I talked about, you know, how this is progress, not perfection. Like, we can budget and then we can fail, but we have to get back up and keep going. And money is an emotional thing. It's an emotional thing for me. It's an emotional thing for most people. It affects every single area of our life. And so one of the main things is I have to remember that it's okay to screw up. And the important thing for me is to get back on and do it, and not, you know, beat myself up about it, but just keep going. So those are my goals this month, is to stay within budget, make dinner and lunches as much as possible, and stop eating out. Now, if we want to go out on a date night or order pizza one night, that's fine. It just has to stay within that budget. And that's my accountability to you all this month, because honestly, I've just been struggling so much with that. Bad. Okay, Irene says, what if you don't have enough money to cover all the expenses? That is super important, because a lot of people don't have the money to even cover the basic stuff. I'll tell you, this is where you're going to start. You're going to look at your expenses and you're going to see, what can you live without? What can you live without? For me, I can live without a once a month cleaning lady. I can live without my gym membership. I can live without Netflix and Hulu. I can live without cable or internet because I have enough data on my phone. And I can live without a security system, but I prefer to have those. So you got to start looking at that and cut those things back that you do not need. I know that's hard. And then after that, start looking at your other bills and think about ways you can negotiate. For example, car insurance is something that you should be renegotiating every 6 months. If you've been with the same car insurance company for years, you need to figure out a way to switch. I use, if you're local to me in like the Syracuse, New York area, my friend Nicole runs the insurance shop in Syracuse, and I go through her and she does all the shopping around for you and negotiates rates for you, and switches if you need to. So I highly recommend going through her so that you can find out a little bit more about how to save money on insurance. And I'll tell you, I have 2 cars insured and my homeowner's insurance, and I pay $160 a month for 2 cars and homeowner's insurance. And so there are insurance brokers all over the place. There's actually a website you can go to called The Zebra. I think it's thezebra.com. I don't remember, but it's like a car insurance negotiation. You can kind of, it's like, I would say, the kayak.com of car insurance. So just type in and they'll give you rates and you can see if you can switch. Tracy says, you have to cut back in some areas. One must live within their means. Rent or mortgage and essential bills must not exceed more than 30% of your income. Yes, Tracy, that is a very, very good point. And, you know, for years I lived in a home that was way above my means. And I had to sell that house because I just couldn't afford it. Okay, Marietta said here. Hold on, I just started. I'm putting Nicole's information, Marietta. in here so that you can see her information for the insurance shop. I love her. She's become a friend. So there's the insurance shop information. And they're like a local family business. Lillian says, do you find it hard to shop with Instacart? Hoping they choose the best expiration dates. Yes, actually. So Lillian, that's actually a great comment with Instacart. I always in the notes section make sure to write that you can write into comments like what Rhiannon just said, like I want bananas that are yellow, not green. I want grapes that are smaller, not bigger. I want pick the longest expiration date for meat and milk. So I'll put comments in there for that because yeah, sometimes I feel like they can get I'll get it back in whatever. So okay, I think that's it for so let me wrap this all up. What you're gonna do, you're gonna go back and see last month's spending. You're gonna write it all down, all of your bills. You're gonna write down when they're due. You're gonna figure out how much you're gonna spend on groceries, restaurants, and miscellaneous, and any other birthdays or parties or events you have coming up that month. And then you're gonna write down a plan of what that's gonna look like for the month for you. If you do not have enough money to pay your bills, you're going to cut back on things. You're not going to eat out. You're gonna cancel your gym membership. You're gonna put your money where your value system is. That's the trick. Because you know what? I value togetherness. And I value not being exhausted. If that makes sense. So, a lot of times that's why I eat out so much. Because we go and like meet people out for coffee or breakfast. And I really enjoy that. I love getting together with friends. And then when my kids go to their dads, I'm exhausted, and so I don't really want to cook. So like me and Tommy go out to eat a lot more than we should. So that is our goal this month, is to not do that at all. So the rest, tomorrow I'm going to be filling out the monthly calendar. I'm going to pay myself from the business. I'm going to make my meal plan and make sure I stick to it. I'm going to stop eating out. My goal is not to eat out for the next week. That's important. I'm going to give myself a little wiggle room for like coffee if I want to go out and meet out for coffee and stuff like that with friends. But let me see if I'm missing anybody's comments. I think I got everybody. So Marilyn asked suggestions for accountability. Hey, if anybody wants to be an accountability partner with Marilyn, let me know and we can hook you guys up. The best accountability is for you to set your own goals and to just decide to do them. When you say no to yourself for like smaller things, you're actually saying yes to the best things. And that's why I always tell people to set their why. So if you set the why of why you're doing this, you're saying yes. When you say no to like going out to eat or whatever, you're actually saying yes to financial peace and financial stability in the future. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. Okay, Kimberly says, can you plan on doing a video regarding paying off credit cards? Yeah, I can. This is one thing I want to mention as I wrap up, though. The two things that I talked about in this video tonight are the personal finance planner. Like I said, you can get, this is on sale for you tonight for $35 down from $55. So you can get a copy of this at thepersonalfinanceplanner.com. And it will get shipped out for you tomorrow. And then I have an online course called The Financial Renovation. And this is a course with over 50 videos. It walks you through things like how do you plan, how to pay off credit card debt, how to save money on groceries. It gives you a lot of cool stuff. I actually take you into the grocery store. I take you into thrift stores. I show you how to make extra money. And so go to, right now, I gave my course, The Financial Renovation, to this company called the Ultimate Bundle Money Bundle Sale, the Mastering Your Money Bundle Sale. And they are, so I gave them my course, which is normally $99. and they included it in their bundle, which is now being sold for $37. Sorry, he's dancing in front of me. He said, "Why do I have to tell you that?" Dance in front of me and you'll always get called out. So if you go to, I posted the link in the comment. I'm going to post it again. If you're interested in getting my course, you get the Ultimate Bundle Sale, has my course and $1,000 of other financial materials, spreadsheets, ebooks, courses, printouts, and you pay $37 for it. So even if you just wanted my course, which is $99, you can get it for $37. So I'm going to post that link right now in the comments. This sale ends tomorrow at midnight. So I'm going to put it right now. Get the copy of my course for only $37. And I just posted the link in there. So check that out. If you're interested in getting that Master Your Money Super Bundle that has my course and $1,000 of other stuff, you can get that in there. And again, I have tons of articles on my website, laurengreutman.com, that teach you how to budget. But I needed this accountability for myself to tune in and talk to all of you. You know, just because I teach budgeting doesn't mean I'm not human and that I don't screw up. So the past couple months have been really difficult for me to stay on budget, especially when it comes to eating out. So yeah, I think that's all I have for you today. So how long will the planner be on sale? The planner is on sale for tonight until midnight for the $35. But I will do the planner sale. I'm going to be doing this live every month. So next month, I'm going to... Tommy's trying to watch me. Next month, I will do a follow-up and tell you how I did this month. So now when I go to spend money, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to tell them that I screwed up or whatever. So yes, this can be watched again. You should be able to, when I post this, when I finish up the video, I will share it and you will be able to watch this from start to finish. And I've got a little... Tommy's watching me. How am I doing?
You're doing great, man.
Yeah. All right, guys. I hope you all have a great night. I got to go get my kids to bed. Thank you. Oh, Marilyn says, I already have your course. Is the $37 bundle worth it? 100% yes. Amazing. It's got like thousands of dollars worth of stuff. I bought it personally to read it through. There's stuff like, even if you want to get into like, you know, investing, there's stuff on how to teach your kids financially smart stuff. There's full books on how to resell and make extra money, and it's a phenomenal deal. $37. I mean, can't beat it. So click the link below, get a copy of the planner if you're interested, and I will be back next month to show you how I did. So the last Sunday of every month, put it on your calendar at 7 p.m. and I will be doing this again every month. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope it helps you be accountable. I hope it helps me be accountable. So, yes. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.